It feels like just every couple days I find a build that's gonna break NBA 2K22, and today is nothing different. If you look at the overall, we're not upgraded yet, but this is the next build on my list to make. A two-way slashing playmaker with sharpshooting takeover. As you guys can see, I'm gonna show you guys what I would do if I was to upgrade this build myself. So when I inevitably do end up spending $50 to upgrade this build, this is what it would look like, and then at 99, y'all already know, plus for all these stats, definitely really solid. And the name with the takeover is just so crazy, man. This is the badge count. Obviously, I haven't started this build. 15, 15, 15, and 6. So I'm not going to show you guys what I have on because, look, bro, I don't have anything. Before we hop into the gameplay, make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We post daily NBA 2K content around here. I'm sure you like it if you like this video. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit it by the end of the month. But with all that being said, let's hop right into the builder. So now that we're in the builder, we want to go with the point guard position. Handedness doesn't matter. I just prefer having my players left-handed. I just like the way they play. I've always used left-handed players in 2Ks before, and I'm a lefty IRL, so it just comes natural to me. You can really do with whatever. Jersey number doesn't really matter. Let's just go big 00 because why not, right? Now, there's only really one pie chart in the game to get the two-way slashing playmaker name and get the sharpshooting takeover. Now, I tried with this pie chart right here, but I could not get the two-way slashing playmaker name. I kept on getting the slashing playmaker, but this pie chart right here, you do get the two-way slashing playmaker name and sharpshooting takeover. So this is the pie chart we're gonna go with. With the physical profile, I always prefer having the one with the max speed. Now, if you want to go with the one with vertical, by all means go ahead. I've never really used this physical profile, and I've never really noticed the effects of vertical on 2K. I always thought it was kind of a BS rating and it didn't really do much, but hey, if you do like vertical, you definitely can use this pie chart, but you're just gonna have not as much speed. Now, for these attributes, we have to be pretty precise to get the sharpshooting takeover and the build name. This build is very well balanced. I'm gonna just tell you guys the badge count. You're already seen it. 15, 15, 15, and 6. We can play make, we can shoot, we can finish, and we only have 6 defensive badges, which isn't bad, but we do have a max wingspan, so we're going to lock people up regardless of only having 6 defensive badges. For our finishing, we're going to get our close shot to an 80 right here. We can't go too high because we do not get the sharpshooting takeover. If we go all the way up here, we don't get it. We just get like the slashing, playmaking, and lockdown ones. So we want to go all the way down here to 80. We're going to max out our layup and our driving dunk. It's not really a big difference. It doesn't really affect the build too much, but we do want to have that 15 finishing badges, so you can just go with whatever. Now, for our shooting, we can't have our mid-range too high. That's one sacrifice you have to do if you want to get sharpshooting takeover this build. If not, you're going to get straight shot creating takeover on your takeovers at the very end, so we don't want to have that. So we're gonna get our mid-range to a 72 right here. It's definitely not terrible. Shooting is so easy this year. You're still gonna be able to hit the open midi. You're not gonna take many contested ones. If you want to fade middies, this probably isn't the best build for you anyways because our midi's not gonna be that high. And this isn't the greatest shooting build. If you want to fade middies, you might as well just make a play shot, spam difficult shots. But hey, it's a two-way slashing playmaker with sharpshooting takeover. I would say this build might even be better than a play shot. We're gonna max out our three-pointer right here. We're gonna skip over our free throw, go to our post fade, max it out as well, and we're gonna put one last attribute on our free throw, giving us right at 15 shooting badges. If you guys don't know, post fades are absolutely cheese this year. I'm not really sure why, but they're really broken this year, and you can post fade with like a mid 80s rating and green really contested post fades. If you're into that kind of stuff, hey bro, by all means, you got a post fade, we can use it. So yeah, for our playmaking, we want to max out our passing accuracy and our ball handle. We're gonna get our post control to a 44. This gets us right at 15 playmaking badges. If we get that 15, 15, 15. If you don't want to have as many shooting, you can put this on your finishing. But like I said in the close shot, you can't go above an 80, but you can by all means go ahead, throw it here. You still can get 22 if you throw it on the other stuff. I think it's kind of just cool to have a 15, 15, 15 badge spread. With a build, you don't usually see shooting with that many badges. For our defensive and rebounding attributes, we're gonna max out our interior, our perimeter defense, our lateral quickness, our steal, and we're gonna put the rest on our defensive rebound. Now, if you want, you can take this off your interior defense, put this on your block, your offensive rebound, but I just want to go with the interior defense right here just so we can max it out. And plus, having a little bit of interior defense does help out. I've noticed it's a pretty important attribute this year, so you want to have that as high as possible. For the body shape, I would go with Define. If you want to look bigger, you can probably go like Burly or Built. But if you just look at the difference between Burly and Define, Define is actually the longest body shape in the game. It's kind of weird. A lot of people don't think it really does anything, but hey, you do get a little bit longer on your wingspan, so might as well just go with Define if you want to look glitchy on this build. Now for the height, you want to go 6'4", but you can make the same build at 6'3". You can go here. If you want to have an 85 ball handle with 99, you can go here. But if you just want to have that 80 ball control off the rip, you can go right at 6'4". I kind of think it's important. You don't get too many dribble moves at 80 overall anyway, so I'm not even going to make the build that way. So there's no real reason to go 6'3" unless you do want that 85 ball handle. But the way we want to go all the way down and then go up a little bit just so we don't lose all of our interior defense. We go up 3 pounds right here. We gain 1 more interior defense. There's no reason to go here. You're not really gaining any speed, so this is why I went with 178. For our wingspan, what other option is there to do other than max it out right here? As you guys can see, we'll get contact dunks at 96 overall, and we will get the 86 driving dunk packages as well. We get a 75 3 ball, 69 midi. Actually, if you want, you can take that one free throw attribute and put it on our mid range. We can get that at a 70, I believe. But you can't go any higher than that. We have an 86 steal at 99. We'll have an 82 perimeter defense. We'll have a 79 lateral quickness, 87 speed, 87 excel, 80 ball handle. This build is really well balanced. People are not going to know what to expect when you're guarding this build just because you are a two-way slashing playmaker. And that build has historically never had sharpshooting takeover in any game before. You could have made the build, but without that sharpshooting takeover, people are just going to play you weird. But now that we have it, you're just going to confuse everybody who's guarding you in the park. For the takeovers, as you guys can see, you can go with the sharpshooting takeover. If you want to go with any other takeovers, there is a better version of this build out there. I don't recommend you make this version unless you do want the sharpshooting takeover. There's some other videos out there on YouTube, a two-way slashing playmaker that can shoot. But if you want that sharpshooting takeover, which is in my opinion the best takeover in the game, I would go with the way I made it. So obviously that's what we're going to select. And as you guys can see, we have built a two-way slashing playmaker with shades of DeJounte Murray, Penny Hardaway, and LaMelo Ball. Now that we're done with the build, I will be showing you guys what badges I would rock with this build if I was to max it out. So we're going to test this build. Obviously, we're going to test it out as a 99. There's no reason not to have it maxed out as a 99 overall. Now, for our finishing badges, I would obviously max out our post rise and limitless takeoff. Limitless takeoff is definitely very useful. One thing I did notice, I didn't notice it, but I saw a video. I think 2K Toots did a video on it. You don't actually get exclusive dunks with the limitless takeoff badge. You do get just more consistent dunks with the limitless takeoff badge from further out. You don't go like as close to the basket so you can dunk with like maybe like a Russell Westbrook or a LeBron dunk package from further back consistently. So I think it's a very useful badge. I would say Slithery Finisher is good, and our last three we could probably put this either on Acrobat, maybe Giant Slayer if you're planning on going against some bigger defenders down low. And Fearless Finisher definitely is a very important badge. I would just rock this on gold. We do have a 91 layup at 99. That'll be a 95. Contact layups in this game are actually really easy to make, especially if you have a high layup rating. Layup rating actually matters this year, which is kind of surprising. It's never really mattered in any other 2K. You're not going to smoke up ones unless you're playing this year. If you get like a 2 or 3%, you have a high chance of missing if you don't have no layup. You can really just take up whatever BS layup you want and still make it drop. Now for our shooting badges, we have a lot more than the average two-way slashing playmaker, so I think we can have a lot of fun right here. Hot Zone Hunter, Sniper, Stop and Pop. Obviously you're not going to want this unless you have hot spots. I'm going to throw on Blinders in case people trying to contest us from the south. And for the last three, I'm going to throw this on Chef. If you don't want to have Chef on, maybe you're not trying to ISO for whatever reason, you don't want Stop and Pop, you can be a spot up on this build. You can kind of play the lockdown spot too with our max wingspan, really good defense. You could obviously be a corner sitter, green machine, maybe clutch shooter. But hey, I'm trying to ISO on this build. I'm trying to go crazy. I'm sure most of you will be ISOing on this build. So Blinders, Stop and Pop, Chef, probably the best badge setup you can rock with on a two-way slashing playmaker build with Sharpshooting Takeover. For our playmaking badges, we do get 16, probably not as much as the average two-way slashing playmaker, but hey, we still have a lot to work with. Gold Quick First Step is a no-brainer. Unpluckable obviously is probably the most important playmaking badge in this game. Maybe Quick First Step, but you get ripped like crazy if you don't have this on. This is a must-have. It handles for days. Probably Silver Bale, I've noticed, is kind of like the sweet spot. If you want, you can go Bullet Passer. If you don't want to be like the greatest playmaker, you can go on Quick Chain or Hyperdrive. I've never really been too high on Quick Chain. I've never really spanned like a bunch of combos together. I kind of just do like 1 or 2 moves and then just run and try to get open. But hey, I understand why a lot of y'all would like Quick Chain. For our 6 playmaking, I kind of think this is just a no-brainer. We're going to go with Clamps and Pickpocket. What other better combo is there out there, especially this year with how easy it is to get steals? Like the steals are OD in this game, but if you don't want to have that, you kind of want to just be a little bit more well balanced. You can go Pickpocket, Interceptor, maybe Intimidator, maybe Chase Down, but I'm gonna go all out on the toxicity and go with Gold Pickpocket and Gold Clamps. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure y'all drop a like and subscribe. Typically when I end my videos, I give y'all something to comment at the end of the videos. Today what I have you guys comment is RIP, because my bank account is gonna be hurting from all the builds I've had to make this year. Pray for me, man. I'm spending way too much money on this game. I think this is actually like my 9th or 10th build. They're not all maxed out, but like I have a problem. But I'll catch y'all tomorrow on my next video. Hopefully I can get some badges on this build and get some gameplay soon for y'all. But like I said, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'm out. Have a good one. Peace.